What started as a mere website with more than few blogs, articles, and suggestions is now an app with 2,000 registrations and conducted more than 30 webinars with renowned people and has lakhs of articles in it. All of this is just in a span of a year.
EdGroom has been more than just an educational app. It has been a pillar of guidance and a fountain of information about every possible educational topic. From the information about the best engineering colleges, medical colleges, or law colleges in your area, to the important topics to cover for the preparation of NEET and JEE, you can find everything.
The EdGroom has created a safe space for students and also a user-friendly app in which students could post any question and get it clarified. After every webinar, students, teachers and also parents would get an extra piece of information added to their knowledge with some more clarity. Over a past year, the EdGroom has conducted over 30 webinars with renowned people like Lakshmi Narayana Garu and Rakesh Sharma sir and so on. All these people shared their experiences with the future generation, so it's definitely a thing not to miss.
Right now, EdRoom has nearly 15 dedicated people working in technical and non-technical aspects to improve the app and its user experience. Venkatesh sir has always been the binding force for all these efforts and developments to come true. EdRoom is paving its way with newer features like Brand Predictor to make it easy for the interpass students to check which engineering college they might end up in, and many other features are yet to come. We are proud to be a part of EdRoom and I assure you that you will be too. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening. Kumar, is there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Miss. So we'll start, Uma.
So, shall I start?
Yeah, you start better. Yes, Uma, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Now, a
Yeah.
very informative.
Uma, can you switch on a video? We can see you. Yeah. Yeah, now you are visible.
A very good evening to everyone present here. This is a very wonderful and informative webinar conducted by our favorite Venkatesh Panyam sir on this wonderful platform of EdGroom. Venkatesh Panyam sir, the co-founder of EdGroom, is a lecturer in physics with a vast experience of more than 20 years in education. He popularly known as the physics dude. His love for physics is evident. On his YouTube channel, The Physics Dude, Mr. Panyam is a certified international teacher and worked as a science teacher in the United States public schools. Apart from being a physics teacher, he is also a motivational and counselor coach, and he has conducted several counseling classes in various schools in and around Vishakhapatnam. His My Weekend Talks program on his YouTube channel aims to inspire students. Mr. Panyam published his first book, ABC of Physics, in the year 2004, and his second book, Facts of Physics, is ready for the publication. Now I request Panyam sir to speak few words.
Yeah, thank you, Ma, for your lovely introduction. Thank you so much. First of all, I should thank you for accepting to moderate today's discussion. Definitely, Uma, I want to ask a question before we start the program. Since
Sure,
you
sir.
are a BTech student, right? Uh,
Yes.
do you have the guidance when you were intermediate? I mean, are you aware of all these exams like NATA, ISCR, QET, all these exams?
Absolutely no idea about how to appear for any exam, sir. And
Okay.
I'm very thankful to you. Like, even though I am not lucky, the future is all yours now. Because your EdGroom is helping various parents and teachers, even students, with very inspirational uh, website related questions, details, and everything related about how to choose a better career in future.
In your opinion, I mean, will these type of webinars are useful to students?
Definitely, sir. Because once I feel that if you have more information about anything, you will succeed. Because without any information, you'll just know, and you'll be beat around the bush without having a perfect and clear knowledge about what to do in future. And coming to my situation, when I was studying in intermediate, I only know two exams, that is JEE mains and advanced. Those are my two goals that I have to achieve somehow. Otherwise, join in something like by MSET. But after seeing all these exams like ISI, NATA, UCED, I just thought what was I missed before? Is that I just went in the flow or without knowing anything. Definitely, this EdGroom is doing wonders in future, and the future is all yours. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right. Definitely. Uh, as I said, even yesterday, my friend is talking to me. He was actually a software guy. Okay. Last time when we conduct a webinar on career opportunities for CA students. Okay. That fellow is saying that the webinar was so useful. Now I'm thinking that if I was a student, right? If I were a student, I can easily crack CA exam. So your webinar, it was so clear. The speaker has given us so much of information about the CA exam. Okay, so
Yes.
definitely we got a lot of response from the last year. Outgoing students who have attempted JEE Mains exam, NEET exam, all that. They have given us so much of information about this feedback on webinars. Sir, the webinar that you conducted for JEE Mains exam, NEET exam, they have really helped us to understand. Because Uma, what happens is, through these webinars, now students are exposed to various speakers. Now you're not restricted to one college lecture, right? Anybody
Yes.
can listen to anybody. So this is one beauty. And definitely parents, the main purpose of this today's webinar is, I just want to give a clarity overview of all the entrance exams, which popularly the students write. Definitely, I want to conduct one more of this kind on defense services. Even the entrance exam students can write on commerce. There's a hotel management. Today, in this webinar, I'm just restricting myself to science related. So I'll just start the program. I thank all the students who are watching live and some of the students who have joined in, I mean, Zoom. Guys, I request you please post your questions if you have. Definitely, Uma will give those questions to me. I will answer all those questions at the end of this program. So, without much delay, I just want to share my screen and let's. I think Uma, you can see screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So let me share my presentation. So this is what we are looking at today. Once again, I welcome you all to this wonderful evening with another interesting webinar. Being a co-founder of EdGroom, I am getting a lot of satisfaction because this type of information is definitely available in the internet. There is no, I have not created anything new, but it took me a lot of time. This is the one webinar I'm working from almost 10-15 days to collect the required information, to put them in order, because there's a plenty of information available. Students will be under confusion, what to believe, what not to believe. So I gathered some genuine information and lot of research was done. There's a lot of analysis you are going to see in this particular webinar. Today, I'm just wanted to focus on these particular exams. There are 5 categories I've given here. One is engineering, which is very popular, architecture, the next popular, and ISI. This is actually the exam, even though a lot of opportunities are there, lack of guidance, lack of information, students are not writing this exam. So I want to focus more on ISI exam. Even there is CUET, QET exam and IASCR. IASCR is also another interesting exam. So I want to touch some important points about these exams. So let's start one by one. So first, we all know that the craze is there for engineering. Everybody is talking about engineering. Yeah, definitely. We need to talk about more engineering entrance exams, because these are the exams which everybody wanted to write, and everybody wanted to know more details about these exams. So definitely, I want to just give more information on these exams. So let me go the first one. We all know that after JEE means exam, advanced exam, most of our students write EAP set. It was known as MSET exam. MSET means Engineering and Agriculture Medical Common Entrance Exam. Now this medical is taken separate. So there is a separate exam. There is no medicine here. Now we have engineering, agriculture, pharmacy, common entrance test. So it is now called as a EAP set now. So what exam is all about? Remember, in this exam, as I said, it is engineering, agriculture, pharmacy, common entrance test, and popular known as EAP set. This exam is conducted by Andhra Pradesh Council for Higher Education, we say APCHE. And remember, this exam is conducted once in a year, but previously when the corona was there, it was conducted multiple times, but actually it is conducted only once a year. And it is a state level exam. This exam is mainly conducted in English, Telugu, and even Urdu also. And it is an online exam, as I said, and around the fees for this exam is 500 rupees. And remember, this fee changes from year to year. Okay. And it is a computer-based test. It's an online exam. And this exam will be conducted for 3 hours. And nearly 261 colleges are participating. And nearly 1,42,000 seats are there. And remember, these seats also will keep changing from year to year as number of colleges are adding, and some colleges even will be terminated from the list. So that number will change. And this is the exam pattern for EAP set. This exam consists of 160 questions, 80 mathematics, 40 physics, 40 chemistry. Each question carries 1 mark. An interesting point is no negative marking for this exam. So guys, remember, you need to answer 160 questions in 3 hours. The secret to succeed in MSET exam is speed. Because the students has to answer 160 questions in 180 minutes. Definitely, they need to be very, very perfect in their approach. What I suggest is exam. As I said, the speed is the key. So, and most of the questions in MSET exam, AAP set exam will be based on the formula based. So definitely, the time is definitely a problem here. And the good thing, as I said, is there is no negative marking. Any student can answer nearly almost all the questions. Let's move on. If you look at this question, I said consider 1 mark for each question, no negative marking. And this is another change that what's happening last year. Because of Corona, there was no weightage given to these board exam marks. But this year, they are bringing back this intermediate weightage to MSET exam. So I request all the students who are in the second year or first year, please be careful, focus on your board exam marks also, because your board exam marks also make a difference in the year. And in 2022, nearly 1.94 lakh students have applied for this exam. And almost 89% of the students have qualified. And if you look at the highest marks in the exam, it was 158 out of 160 marks. So from this, you understand that MSET exam is not a difficult exam to crack because the highest was 158 marks out of 160. The student got the Boya Haren Satvi got these highest marks in the last exam. And definitely, so plan your preparation early. Definitely, this exam is not a difficult exam at all. This is the seat matrix, as I said. There are 17 government colleges in Andhra Pradesh, and there are 244 colleges, private colleges, and out of there are 261 total colleges are there, and the total number of seats put together from government as well as private, it is comes out around 1,42,000, 42,257 seats are all together in our state for this EAPSET exam. Now, number of seats, even see some of the seats in universities and private universities are also filled. It's a mandatory that they need to fill some of their seats through MSET exam. For example, you go to VIT Amaravati, SRM Amaravati. So these some of the seats have to be filled through this AAPSET exam. So nearly 7,690 seats were filled in universities through EAPSET exam. And as I said, this exam is also meant for pharmacy. Those who want to do pharmacy, that B pharmacy, they have to write EAPSET. There are nearly 6,670 seats are there in pharmacy in government colleges and private colleges put together. And there are 260 pharmacy and total seats in pharmacy and universities is will be around 260 seats. So almost 7,000 seats are there in pharmacy itself. Now, this is another interesting exam. What happens is, when a student can enter into Andhra University by two ways. One is by writing MSET, EAPSET exam. If you get a very good rank, as per last analysis, if you look at anyone who gets 1,000, below 1,000 rank, they can get a seat in Andhra University in any branch. But suppose they missed it, they couldn't get a proper seat, and still they wanted to join Andhra University. There is the other way. This is the second method, that is AIE, Andhra University Engineering Entrance Test. This is conducted by Andhra University. This exam is conducted by AU for admissions for dual degree programs. So when you write a EAPSET exam, you are eligible for only BTech seats. That there is no integrated programs. Integrated seats are given through EAPSET. But if you write this IET exam and all the seats are only dual degree program, that means you are going to get MTech degree along with the BTech degree. And remember, it is a self-support program. That means it's a self-funded. The fees is very high when compared to the normal EAPSET rank. That when you join AU to normal EAPSET, your fees is completely different. But when you join same university through this exam, we have to pay a lot. I'll show the fee structure also. And another problem with this exam is there is no fee reimbursement. There are no scholarship. It's a completely self-funded course. Student have to bear the fee. And through EAPSET, if you join, definitely you can get the fee reimbursement. All that happens. But this exam, there is no such facility. This is, as I said, this exam is conducted by Andhra University, and this is also conducted once in a year across almost 6 major cities in Andhra Pradesh. They have these exam centers. It is conducted completely in English exam, and it is also online exam. Exam fees around 1,200 rupees for general category, and this exam is only for 1.5 hours, 1 hour 30 minutes. It's a 90 minutes exam, and the total seats for this exam are 510. I'll show the seat matrix now. Now, if you look at the seat matrix, in computer science itself, there are 360 seats in AU through this IET exam. You look at this number. From this, we understand that there's a lot of demand for computer science in our state. That's why they have created so many seats only for computer science. And this is the fee per annum the student has to pay when they join. When they want to join Andhra University, they have to pay 2 lakhs rupees per annum. But this also changes from year to year. In addition to that, there are some other fees are also there. But this is one time you need to pay 2 lakh. And if you take ECE through the same exam, remember there are only 60 seats and you need to pay 1,50,000. If you take mechanical, there are only 30 seats and the fees also 1.5 lakh only. And if you look at civil and triple E, each have 30 seats, and for that the fees only 1 lakh. So from this, it's very clear that there's a lot of demand for computer science. That's why they're collecting 2 lakh rupees as a fee. And as I said, there are some extra fees also will be collected along with these fees. So this is all about exam pattern. Let's go to this exam pattern. As I said, this exam is conducted only for 90 minutes. And in this, 40 questions will be given on maths, 30 questions will be given physics, and 30 questions will be given on chemistry. So this exam is conducted for 90 minutes and the number of questions will be 100. Each question carries 1 mark. So this exam is only for 100 marks. So the ranks will be awarded based on the performance in this IIT exam, and based on that only seats will be given. So this is the second way of entering into Andhra University, and through this IIT exam. If you fail to get a seat in EAP set, definitely you have one more chance. But I request the students, please focus more on EAP set, because that exam is also, maybe it is competitive, but if you just little bit you focus, definitely have more chance of getting into AU than through this IIT exam. Let's move on. This is one of the most popular exam in India. Large number of students aim for it. And let's understand what exactly JEE Mains exam is all about, who conduct this exam and why they conduct. And this exam is conducted for engineering admissions in 20 IITs. If you want to enter IITs, it's a gateway. You need to first complete, you need to get through JEE Mains exam. Otherwise, you're not possible, you're not allowed to enter into IIT. So first, you need to complete this JEE Mains exam. So 23 IITs, 31 NITs, and 18 triple IITs and government funded technical institutes. And all these admissions are based on this one exam called JEE Mains exam. Remember, this score is having a very good value. No other engineering entrance exam has this much value. This score is taken or considered for admissions in 1,600 institutes in India. So if you get a very good score, even if you don't have EAP set also, if you show good score in JEE Mains exam, yes, it is possible they'll consider your score. And most of the deemed universities, if you get a very good score, definitely that is also a very good advantage. You have a chance of getting into some of the best universities also with this score. And one important point is, as I said, last year because of Corona, there was no cutoff or minimum qualifying mark for this JEE Mains exam as board exam is concerned. But this year for 2023, they have introduced one important point. A student who score 75% of marks in their board exam are eligible to write JEE Mains exam. This is a very, very important point. You need to get a minimum 75% of marks to get a seat in JEE Mains exam. This is the eligibility. This was not there last year. And I said this exam, we called a joint entrance exam conducted by NTA, that is National Testing Agency. And this year, it is going to be conducted 2 times, one in January from 24th to 31st, then in the month of first week of April. So generally, this exam is conducted twice a year, and it is a national exam. And remember, it is conducted in 13 languages. All the popular languages are covered here. And it is an online exam. Again, fees for general category is 1,000 rupees. And as I said, the fees also, everything has to be paid only through online. It is a 3 hours exam. And these are the participating institutes already I mentioned, NITs, triple ITs, CFTIs, all that. And there are nearly 30,000 seats are filled through this exam. Now, this is an interesting part. This JEE Mains exam is conducted for 2 purposes. One for engineering, another for architecture and planning. The first part is for BE and BTech. And this exam consists of 90 questions. Out of that, 30 questions will be from physics, 30 questions will be from chemistry, and 30 from physics. See, if you look at EAP set, more weightage is given for mathematics. Even IIT is also more weightage given for mathematics. 40 questions came from maths. But in JEE Mains exam, equal weightage is given for physics, chemistry, mathematics. That's an important thing you should focus. So the section A, there will be 20 MCQs will be there. All MCQs unit attempt. And in section B, there are 10 numerical value questions are there. They are actually numerical integer questions. You need to round them to the nearest whole number. And out of 10 questions, you have 5 questions as a choice. Out of 10, you need to answer only 5. But remember, there is a negative marking for this also. Previously, there was no negative marking. But now there is a negative marking, but there is a choice. Previously, there was no choice. They used to give 5 questions. Student have to write 5, but there was no negative marking. Now, in this last year, they have introduced the 30 questions format, where students have to write only 75 questions out of 90. And the exam, each question carries 4 marks. The total exam is for 300 marks. Now, in the paper 2 for BR, you have 20 maths questions, and again 10 will be in the what called as part B. So again, mathematics, student has write 25 questions. And there is one aptitude test, there we have 50 questions, and there is one drawing test for BR student, and it carries this 2 marks. So the total exam is for 82 marks, the BR. Now the third part of the exam is the planning. Again, we have mathematics, the same question pattern is there, but number of marks are different from here. It is 105 marks. This BR, planning exam is concerned. So through JEE Mains exam, there are 2 separate papers are there. One is for BE BTech, that will be generally conducted later before they conduct this BR exam. So you need to apply separately for both exams. One exam is not sufficient for both. You need to apply separately for them. And this is an interesting update happened last year. In JEE Mains exam, 24 students got 100 percentile. See, out of the 24, 10 are from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana itself. So success rate for the Telugu students is very high in JEE Mains exam. Most of the seats in JEE Mains exam are captured by our Telugu people only. And last, as I said, 10 students got a topper from the JEE Mains exam from Telugu states. And this is the trend from last 5 years. If you look at 2018, 11 lakh students applied for JEE Mains exam, but nearly 10 lakh appeared. In 2019, the number have increased to 12 lakhs. 11 lakhs people have what called as appeared the exam. And if you look at the latest trend in 2022, you see only 8,72,000 students have appeared for it. And out of that, only 76,000 students have written the exam. So what exactly happened? Last year, the exam was postponed number of times. And by the time they conduct the JEE Mains exam, most of the students have joined in deemed universities. So that's why because of the postponement of these exams, many students have not shown interest in JEE Mains because it was postponed number of times, and they thought that if they couldn't get a seat, they may be in a problem. That's why most of them, they have joined in deemed universities. So that's why last year there is we can see the decline in the number of students appeared. Almost 7.6 lakh students only they have appeared. If you look at the previous numbers, they are almost above or near to 10 lakh students. So definitely this year, I hope the number will increase. And this is another interesting thing students should understand. In this, I have shown an important analysis: marks, percentile, and rank. If you look at, this is not a percentage exam, it is a percentile exam. And one important precaution or caution is, this is not same every year. This changes from year to year. And what is the difference between percentage and percentile? Suppose in MCET exam, I said there are 160 questions are given. A student who got 158, he'll get 100 percentage. He scored 100, not 100%, sorry. If you get 160 out of 160, then it is considered as 100 percentage. He got 158, it is around 99 point something. So percentage exam is different. What is percentile exam? For example, on January 24th, there will be first JEE Mains exam is they are going to conduct. In the first session, the students, suppose 40,000 students have appeared for it. Out of 40,000 students, a student in physics for 100 marks, a student scored say 70 marks. So a student who scored 70 marks, that was the highest in the morning session, then that student will get 100 percentile. Remember, he didn't get 100 marks out of 100, he got only 70 marks. His percentile will be 100. So percentile will be calculated based on the relative performance, not on the absolute performance. So in the afternoon, the physics exam was difficult. The highest in the exam was only 50. The student who got 50 marks in the afternoon will get 100 percentile. In the first session, a student who got 75 marks got 100 percentile, but in the afternoon, a student got 50 marks, he got 100 percentile. So percentile depends upon the difficulty level of the paper, and percentile depends upon the relative performance of the student. So you should have a clear idea about the percentile and percentage. A student who scores 300 out of 300 marks is going to get 100 percentile. And who got 281 around, you see, you get 99.99. You look at the digits, there are totally 7 digits after the decimal. So look at his rank will be from 1 to 2. So here the percentile is there. This data is very, very important. So a student who scores marks, say for example, 180 to 190, he is going to get a seat around, for example, 27,000 rank. See, for example, you get 180 marks, his rank will be 2,700 to 3,700. So anyone who scores above 180 marks is going to get a rank below 5,000 generally. And anyone who get 150 plus marks, there is a chance of getting into good NITs. So dear students who are watching on this, please pay attention to look at the number of marks you are supposed to score to get a good percentile. So anybody who got above 180 plus, they are going to get 19 percentile. But look at the decimals. So that makes a lot of difference. So let's move on to the next one. This is the seat matrix. As I said, NITs and IIITs, their entrance exam is only JEE Mains exam. All the seats were filled only through JEE Mains exam. And these are the seats in different IITs and NITs. And there are some extra seats are given. Those girls who are watching this webinar, you should pay attention to it. Only for female, if you look at there, 598 seats are created. These are called supernumerary quota. This is only for exclusive for girl student. This quota is created. So please make use of this, and definitely you have more chance of getting into NITs when compared to other students. Let's move on. Now coming to advanced exam. What is the main difference between JEE Mains and advanced exam? In mains exam, as I said, the competition is high, exam pattern is different, but advanced exam pattern is completely different. So this exam is also conducted by NTA, and this is also conducted once a year, and this is a national exam. This is also conducted in 13 major languages. And this fees for this exam is around 2,800. Remember, this exam is for 6 hours. 3 hours paper 1, 3 hours paper 2. So those students who want to enter into IISc, a very, very important IISc. What is this IISc? Indian Institute of Space Technology. IIP, Indian Institute of Petroleum Engineering. IISc, Indian Institute of Sciences. All these, the institutions, they won't conduct separate exam. They take this JEE Advanced score to give admission. So a student who want to enter into IISc in Thiruvananthapuram, they have tried this JEE Advanced exam. They have to get a rank below 3,000. Definitely, they have fair chance of getting into IISc. And once you get into IISc, those who are interested in space and technology, this is a golden opportunity for them. Because once you complete your BTech from that institution, that IISc, Thiruvananthapuram, you have fair chance of getting a job in ISRO. So this is a wonderful opportunity for the students who want to really get a job in space. And as I said, this exam has two papers. Both papers will be conducted on the same day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And each exam last year, I mean, in 2022, this exam was conducted for 360 marks, 180 marks in the paper one, 180 marks in the paper two. Yeah, this is an interesting one you should understand. The questions in JEE Mains exam, the types of questions JEE Mains exam are fixed. And NTA will tell you before you write the exam, what type of questions you are going to face and how many questions you are going to write. Every detail will be given beforehand only. In the notification itself, they mention the changes. But advanced exam is not like that. They are not going to reveal you what type of questions they are going to give, how many questions they are going to give. And this is a very interesting part of advanced exam. Last year, if you look at in the paper one, there are three varieties of questions: numerical value and one or more than one question, and they are matching. And if you look at for numerical value question, for every question, they'll give +3, no negative marks. This is the another interesting point. See, in advanced JEE Mains exam, every question carry negative marking. But in advanced exam, you look at this section, 8 questions do not carry any negative marking. So for every right answer, you get 3 marks or 24 marks. Now, one or more than one option. So one question will be given. For that, there will be four options will be given. Out of the 4 options, four options may be correct, 3 may be correct, or 2 may be correct. So there is a partial marking. That means if all the 4 are correct, they'll give 4 marks. If only 3 are correct, they'll give 3 marks. If there are 2 are correct, there are 2 marks. If they are negative, if it's the wrong answers, then automatically you are going to get -2 also for it. And there is a one matching there. 4 questions were given, and for each matching +3, and again there's negative marking. So first, physics, chemistry, mathematics last year, the 2022, the number of type of questions are same for the 3 subjects. So first paper is for 180 marks. Look at the second, and the number of questions have changed here. There are single digit integers are given, and again 8 questions are given. Each carries +3 marks, and now there is a negative marking. If you look at the previous paper, numerical value, this is a single digit integer. What is the meaning? Numerical value, numerical value means the answer may be 23.45. You need to round to 2 decimal places. So after the decimal, there are 2 digits there. But if I say numerical integer question, it is rounded to 0 to 9. The number should be in between 0 to 9. So in the paper 2, there is a negative marking for the single digit integers. And again, here also the same logic, one or more than one answer question, same for paper 1 and paper 2 also. But in the paper 1, we have seen matching is given. In the paper 2, they have given single option question. 4 questions were given, and they carry negative marking. The second exam is also for 180 marks. And the total exam is put together for 360 marks. And as I said, those who qualify in JEE Mains exam, they are eligible to write the advanced exam. This is the cutoff marks the last year for advanced exam. Those students from general category to qualify to write the advanced exam, they should score minimum of 88 percentile in JEE Mains exam. For EWS, economically weaker section, it is 63, OBC 67, for SC category is 43, ST 26, and look at PH, it is very, very nominal. So remember, those who want to really write JEE advanced exam, definitely they have to write exam properly, and they need to get these minimum percentiles. Otherwise, it is not easy for them to get into advanced exam. So let's move on to the BITSAT exam, which is also very, very popular for engineering entrance exams. So this BITSAT is properly known as Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences and Admission Test, which shortcut we say BITSAT. This was conducted by BITS Pilani, and this is also conducted once in a year, and this is also conducted 13 languages. It's a national level exam, and again it's an online exam. And remember, the fees is very high, 3,400 rupees for general category. It is an online exam, and it is for conducted for 3 hours. There are three institutions majorly, BITS Pilani, Hyderabad, and Goa. For all these three institutions, they have to write this BITS exam. And number of seats on all the three institutions put together for all the branches courses is nearly 4,000. And remember, this pattern is completely different. You look at the types of questions, the number of questions. In physics, there are 40 questions, chemistry 40 questions, and very interesting is there is importance given even for English and reasoning. 15 questions come from English and 10 questions come from logical reasoning and 45 questions from mathematics. So all put together, if you look at 40 from physics, 40 from chemistry, and 15 from maths, sorry, English, and 10 from logical reasoning. So that is 95 plus 45. So total 130 questions will be there. And the total number of questions, I'm sorry, 980 and yeah, 105, sir, 150 questions. 40 plus 25, 105 plus 45, 150. So total number of questions in BITSAT exam will be 150 and they have to write all the questions. There is no choice here. And very interesting, each question carries plus 3 marks. If it is a negative, wrong answer or incorrect answer, it carries minus 1 marks. And this exam is conducted for 450 marks. See the exam that we discussed so far, EAP set, IE, JEE Means exam, advanced exam, and BITSAT exam. All these exams are completely different. One is different from the other. The pattern is different. Number of questions are different. Types of questions are different. So those students who want to get into BITS Pilani, BITS Goa, or BITS Hyderabad, they need to focus from the beginning on their English language and even logical reasoning. Because if you want to get a seat in BITSAT, you have to get these 25 questions also you need to answer. So they carry 75 marks around. So along with physics, chemistry, mathematics, you are supposed to learn these three. So definitely this BITSAT exam is also very, very important. And those students, the standard of this exam is not very high when compared to JEE Means exam. Students can easily crack this, but definitely there is a lot of what to call it as competition. Yeah, before I go to the second part, so Uma, any doubts on this first part of this session? Any comment on this or?
Sir, I think I didn't know about all these exams and the terms and conditions applied during these exams. So I felt I missed a lot. Without knowing itself, I have attempted so many exams. So after knowing the trends happened in the last 2 and 3 years, I think now people can easily figure out how to crack the exam and know the importance of how to easily prepare and then attempt the exam.
Yes, yes. Yeah, students who are watching on live with the Zoom, if you have any doubt, please raise your hand or you can post a question. So far, we have completed the first part of the session. All the engineering entrance exams like EAP set, IE, JEE Means exam, advanced, and even we just now see BITSAT exam. So please post your doubts if at all you have, and definitely I'm going to answer those questions. Let's move on to the next part of this session. This is also nowadays, many students are interested to write this exam, architecture and design. In that, these are the two exams which are very popular. The first one is the NATA. So what exactly NATA means? National Aptitude Test in Architecture, which is popularly known as NATA. And remember, this is not the exam conducted by NTA, just like other exams. JEE Means exam, advanced exam, even NEET exam, all those exams are conducted by what called as these NTA, but this exam is conducted by another body called Council of Architecture, COA. And remember, NTA, if you look at, they not only conduct exam, and there is one more separate body called Joint Seat Allocation Committee. JOSA is there. They look after all the admissions. But for this NATA exam, this Council of Architecture only conducts exam. It won't take any responsibility for giving admissions. Once you get the score in NATA, you have to apply separately based on your score to different institutions, and based on their criteria, you're going to get a seat. So remember, this Council of Architecture COA is responsible only for conducting the exam, not for giving admissions. And again, it is a national exam and it is online exam. Let's move on to the next part of this. Fees for this exam is 2,000 rupees, and it is a 3 hours exam. Almost 50 plus institutions will participate in this, and nearly 15,000 plus seats are there in architecture. All those seats were filled only through this score that we get in NATA exam. This NATA aptitude exam comprises of this type of questions like multiple choice questions. Okay. Then we have multiple selected type questions, preferential choice type questions, numerical answer type questions. All these questions will not be given all the time. Remember, sometimes you get MCQ more, MSQ less, but this is not a fixed format that changes from year to year also. And the questions also, marks will vary from question to question. It's not a fixed pattern exam. The questions may have 1 mark, 2 marks, and 3 marks also. And there are 125 questions to be answered. The exam is for 3 hours. And this exam is fixed. This exam is conducted for 200 marks. Remember, NATA exam is conducted for 200 marks, and this exam duration is 3 hours. And very interesting is the cutoff for this exam was around 70 marks. Those students who get 70 plus marks will get a rank in NATA. Otherwise, you will not get a rank. So to get minimum 70 marks, to get through this exam, a student has to score minimum of 70 marks. See, this exam will be conducted multiple times. A student can take 1 time or 2 times or 3 times also. Some conditions were laid down how they take the exam. See, in case of the candidate appeared for more than 1 test, all the scores the attempt will be displayed. In case a candidate appears for 2 tests, the best of the 2 scores shall be taken as the valid score, and in the 3 attempts, the valid score shall be taken as the average of the 2 best scores. I hope you understood. If you write the exam for 3 times, they take the best 2, they take the average. If you write the exam only 2 times, they'll take only the best score. So this is an interesting part of this NATA exam. And if you look at the number of seats in state-wise or cap, if they were given in Karnataka, there are 896 seats. Maharashtra, if you look at the 5,000 seats only for this exam. And even Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, almost all the states, their exams, the architecture exams will be given through this. So nearly 40,736 seats were filled only through this exam. And there are some exam, also will give some seats for it. For example, look at VIT, there are 40 seats, SRM, there are 80 seats, and even PES, they have 40 seats. Christian Bangalore, these are private universities, they also consider. So this 485, that 14,000 plus put together, nearly there are 15,000 seats are filled through this exam called NATA. This is the seat matrix for this exam. And now another interesting exam most of the students are writing this year is UCD exam. What does UCD actually means? Undergraduate Common Entrance Exam for Design. Lot of students are appearing for this exam, and this exam is conducted by IIT Bombay. And this is conducted once per year. Again, it's a national exam. But interesting point is this exam is conducted again online, and it is conducted in English only. The fee is also very high for this exam, and this is 3,600 per general category. And there are 2 parts here. The first part, objective part, they'll conduct online, but there is a pen and paper because it's a design. They need to draw something, so definitely that exam will be offline. For even architecture also, there'll be a pen and paper part. A part of it is drawing part will be on the offline, and objective part will be online exam. This exam is for 3 hours duration, and totally 34 plus colleges are participating, and nearly there are 199 seats. Remember, I'm talking about only the IITs. Let us see, this is a computer-based test. Here we have this type of questions are there, multiple questions, numerical answers there, MCQs are there. The number of questions will be 68, and this part A exam is conducted for 240 marks. Remember, this is online objective exam. This exam is for 240 marks. The next coming to the part B, that's a pen paper based exam. Sketching based questions will be asked. Number of questions will be 1, and it will have 60 marks. So 240 marks will be for objective part, 60 marks paper part B. It is for your drawing abilities. So this UCD exam is conducted for 300 marks. I repeat, NATA exam is conducted for 200 marks. Out of that, 70 is the qualified. But UCD exam is conducted for 300 exam. There are 2 parts for it. Part A is objective part, online exam. The score is for 240. And here the other part, pen and paper based exam is for 60 marks, and it is complete based on your sketching skills. The total exam is conducted for 300 marks. And these are the seat matrix for the popular IITs. I said IIT Bombay has 37 seats, Delhi 20, Guwahati 56, Hyderabad 20, Jabalpur, IIIT DM, and 66, and put together 199 seats. All these 199 seats are filled through this exam called UC. And this is a very interesting exam. I want to just discuss more about this exam. This is Indian Statistical Institute. This is a very popular exam for those who are interested in mathematics. And remember, there are nearly 5 institutions which are ISI, that is ISI institutes are there. One major institute headquarters is in Calcutta, then in New Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Tezpur. Out of these 5 institutions, 2 are very important for intermediate students. The one in Calcutta and then in Bangalore. The remaining centers, they offer different courses, but for bachelor courses, for example, if you want to go for bachelor courses in statistics and mathematics, they're only at Calcutta and Chennai. So other institutions will not offer these bachelor courses. And as I said, this exam is popularly known as ISI. It is conducted by ISI Kolkata once a year. It's a national level exam. Online exam, fees is only 1,250 rupees. And this also contained 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. So this is an afternoon exam. And remember, each session is for 2 hours. There are only 2 participating colleges. I have taken the Calcutta, and the remaining institutions also will be there. Only ISS will participate in this. The number of seats in IITs, this number of seats are different. The 166 seats are there. 126 seats are there. In ISI Calcutta, 63 seats are there. And there's a correction for this, I'm sorry. Remember, 63 seats are there in ISI Calcutta, and 63 seats are there in ISI Bangalore. Those are the seats offered for what called as students. And remember, this exam is of 2 types, 2 parts, I said. The first part is called objective part, and that consists of 30 multiple choice questions. And for each correct answer, there will be +4 marks. For each incorrect answer, 0 mark. Unattempted questions also we get marks. This is an interesting part. No other exam has this facility. So out of 30 questions, so those questions you answered, you are going to get marks. Even if you leave also, you get a mark, but only 1. But remember, if you answer it wrongly, there's no harm, but you get 0 marks there. And this objective part exam is for 120 marks, and it is a 2 hours exam. Then in the afternoon, they're going to give a subject exam. They may give 8 to 10 questions maximum. Out of that, you are supposed to write 8 questions. Each question carries 10 marks. And the total put together, they're going to give a ranking. So this ISI exam is conducted for 200 marks. 120 marks is MCQ part, 80 marks is subjective part. So how do they give a rank? They take 3 times your score that you get in subjective paper, and the score you get in 1 time the score that you get in objective paper. They put together. And one more part for this ISI is there is a separate interview. You have to go to either ISI, they'll give you a center. Interview marks also, they are not specified. Interviews also conducted. They'll award some marks for interview. all these marks that you get in a subjective part, objective part, interview, put together, they are going to give you only the check. I mean, they won't give you a rank. They only intimate you for which program you have selected, for which center you have selected based on your performance. So ISI is the only exam which does not give any rankings, which does not publish any rankings. So there's no rank system here, only the performance. Based on the performance only, they are going to create that merit list, and from that only you can join in this ISI exam. Definitely, the students who are interested in mathematics, I request them, please focus on mathematics. And if you are good in mathematics, definitely you are going to get into one of these institutions. And as I said, this is the seat matrix for this exam. 63 seats are there for BStat, that is Bachelor of Statistics, and 63 seats are there in Bachelor of Mathematics. And I focus on a bachelor program, and even through ISI, you can enter into a master's also. But remember, there are very less number of seats are available, only 63 seats. So there's a high competition for these seats. But once you complete your bachelor's program from any institution like ISI, definitely you're going to have a better future when compared to other students. So far we have completed the architecture exams. We have seen the mathematics. Let's say the last part of the students webinar, that is UG programs or undergraduate. So I've seen a lot of students, those students who couldn't get into engineering, they join in local colleges. When they join local degree colleges, they may not get much knowledge, okay? But there are certain institutions like central universities, they also offer undergraduate program, integrated science programs. When you enter into such institutions, like, for example, you have Central University in Hyderabad, which is also one of the best institutions across India. So if you go there and join some undergraduate program, definitely you are going to have better future when compared to the students who complete UG program in the local places. So these institutions offer the seats or admission through this exam called QET. What is this CUET exam in? Central Universities Common Entrance Exam. And it is conducted by NT again, that is National Testing Agency. This exam is conducted by once a year. It's a national exam. It was conducted for 13 languages, and it's completely on an exam. Fee is only 650 rupees, and it's, I said, computer based. And it has 2 slots based on the subject you select, right? The exam duration changes because they conduct a lot of different courses. So exam timings are not fixed. And remember, 90 universities will take this score for the admission. Out of the 90 institutions, 44 central universities, I'm sorry, this is 46. 44 central seats are there, and 46 other universities also will give admissions based on this QET score. So depending on the participating institutions, number of seats keep changing. This is a very point. This common university entrance test is being introduced for admissions into, as I said, UG program in all the central universities. It is conducted in 4, 8, and cities across India, and even outside India also, like Dubai. They conduct some Middle East countries. Even they conduct Singapore. They conduct in Sri Lanka. In 9 other cities also they conduct other than India. And I said it is a completely MCQ. And in section A, there are language exams will be there, like English, Sanskrit, all that. 13 language exams are there. And in section B, 20 language selection, 27 domain specific subjects like physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, all that are domain specific. So these programs are not engineering program, they're all science program. There are some courses which are dual degrees also there. And these, as I said, there are 2 slots here. The morning slot. So this is how the exam pattern will look like. For language exam, number of questions will be 50, and marks for each question is 5. The total exam is for 200 marks. All the language exam is conducted for 200 marks. But domain specific subject, if you look at, it's also conducted for 200 exam. There is a general test everybody should write, that is for 300 marks. So exam pattern changes from subject to subject that you prefer. These are some of the seats available in synchronicities. So almost all the UG programs are filled only through this exam called QET exam. The last exam that I want to give emphasis is IISER. What is IISER is all about? So this IISER, Indian Institute of Research uh, Organizations, okay, Science Education Research, and these are started at the first one is at Berhampur, Bhopal, Kolkata, Mohali, Pune, and even Thiruvananthapuram, and there is one more at Tirupati, also in our state. These are all the institutions which are mainly for the integrated course. These institutions mainly encourage the students for research. And there are three ways of getting a seat into IIT. The first one is writing this exam, the IISER admission test, that is called IAT. The other one is through your JEE advanced rank, and even if you have very good rank in KVPY also, you still have a chance to get into it. And this is a 5-year dual degree programs for students. These are all integrated programs these institutions will offer, and classroom learning integrated with research, providing ample scope for interdisciplinary activities, curriculum with a focus on both breadth and depth in the natural sciences, engineering science, and economics. Opportunity to pursue impactful research, fully residential campuses with well-equipped hostels, access on campus, medical facilities. So you can see wonderful opportunities are given at these institutions, and these are all government-funded institutions. Definitely a student who is interested in research, you can opt for this type of courses. And these are the programs they offered at ISCR, biological sciences, chemical, earth, climate. These are all basic sciences, I can say. The mathematics also there, physical science also there. And all these programs are very, very useful for higher levels. And if you look at this exam, let's understand what is the IAT exam is all about. This IISER aptitude test is a computer-based 3 hours testing covering again mathematics, physics, chemistry, and even biology also. Depending on the course, you either write physics or chemistry and biology. I mean, mathematics or biology you choose. If you enter into courses like biology, instead of writing mathematics, you write biology, or else you write math, physics, and chemistry. This exam will be conducted in nearly 150 cities, and the questions will be multiple choice questions, only one correct answer, and each correct answer will be given 3 marks, and each incorrect answer will be given minus 0.75, 3/4 of this negative marking will be there. Unanswered questions will be awarded 0 marks. And remember, the syllabus for this exam is simply that 12th class, 11th and 12th class syllabus. And these are the number of seats available at various ISERs. At ISR Berhampur, there are 224 seats. ISR Bhopal 252, Kolkata 250, Mohali 244, Pune 288, and Thiruvananthapuram 302. Tirupati there is 174. There are total 1734 seats available at all these programs. But there is one peculiarity for this Bhopal. It offers Bachelor of Science programs, engineering and economics also. And there are 73 and 42 seats for these programs also. So definitely those students who are more interested in research, definitely I suggest the students to enter into these exams. So thank you for all the students who are patiently watching this webinar. And definitely let me summarize one thing here. Those really interested in engineering, better aim for JEE Mains exam and next JEE Advanced. And if you really wanted to get into what you call it as IIST, if you want to go to space, definitely the exam called, there is no separate exam for it. You need to write the exam JEE Advanced. Through that only you are going to get a seat for IIST. And those who want to get into ISI, Calcutta ISI, Bangalore, there is an exam called ISI, that Indian Statistical Institute exam. It's based only on mathematics. And if you are really interested in design, there are 2 exams which are very popular. One is the NATA, the second is for design. One is for architecture, the second one is for design. And if you are really interested to go for research, you want to go for undergraduate courses, better you write this Central City exam, QET, and the other exam is IISER. So through this, I try to cover these are the exams which I think the students will be benefited. This is all from my side, Uma.
Sir, we have a question here.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a question from a parent. She says that her son is studying class 11 and
Mm-hmm,
he wanted to study in aerospace.
mm-hmm,
So now he is getting 60 marks in mains and advance. So
mm-hmm.
how can he improve to get into something into his interesting field?
Very good, very good. There is a branch, aerospace is there in IIST, I mean, Thiruvananthapuram. Yeah, there's nothing to worry in the beginning because it's still in the first year, but definitely they're not up to the, expected level. To get into JEE means exam, the minimum will be 150 marks. Those students who get 150 plus marks are definitely, they're going to get into it. But last year, one thing happened. See, IIT exam, JEE means exam are complete different. IIT exam is more based on your knowledge. How you apply your knowledge on the day of exam. There are no, questions which are repeatedly coming to IIT exam. You cannot just mug up something and write the exam and get through. It is not going to happen. So definitely, last year, one student, she just qualified in JEE means exam. Remember, she will not get a seat in a very good, IITs or she's not going to get a seat in NITs or triple IITs also, but she just qualified. But what happened was, the last 1 month she prepared so well. Now she is in IIT Hyderabad. So, if you just qualify in JEE means exam, that is the first criteria you should aim for. If you look at the open category, you are supposed to get 88 percentile. So if you get anything above 90 percentile, definitely you are going to get through this JEE Mains exam. You are eligible to write the advanced exam. And as I said, advanced exam questions patterns complete different. The number of questions are different. They're not going to be what called a fixed unless until you see the paper or I see the paper, we don't know what type of question is given. So definitely it is a challenging exam. I request the parent not to worry too much because still there is a time. Let him focus on the fundamentals because what happens is Uma, in physics, chemistry, and mathematics, students those who joined last year, this year the +1 because of Corona, they couldn't update their basics during that time. So students are suffering actually. So I request the student please focus more on the basics of physics, chemistry, mathematics. Definitely that will make a lot of difference in understanding the concepts in 11th and 12th. So there is a time, still you can improve. First target, focus on JEE Mains exam. See that you are reaching 150 plus marks. That will guarantee you seat in some NITs. Once you achieve that, that will give you a confidence. And definitely in between JEE Mains and advanced, there will be nearly 1 month time will be there. Definitely there is a chance for them to get a seat. Yeah, anybody in the, people who attended this webinar, you can share your questions or experience. Uma, you can ask somebody.
Sir, I think we have few parents in the meeting.
Okay.
Any questions?
Yeah, you can ask any parent or students. I think I can see. Yeah, Uma, what's your final thing on this discussion?
Sir, I feel very grateful to host this session, and it is a very informative session. People who watched this and still watching this will have a very good benefit out of this because they are still in their first and second years, and parents whose children are still in first and second years will come to know that what is happening in and around the nation, so that their students and children will get a better career and future with these all alternative sessions. Like if not JEE mains and advanced, there are so many other examinations will get a very good opportunities to them in future. And after knowing this, like I missed a lot of examinations without. I just attempted only mains and advanced and ISI because I'm very interested in mathematics. coming to know, like, even though I'm interested in these research and thing, I didn't know about this IASCR examination. So I felt I have missed a lot. But now the future is happening with many other examinations. The trend, everything happening will definitely change the perspective of every student and parent,
Yes.
and they will choose a better career with a lot of opportunities. They will never stick around the same kind of society. They will I wish they have to explore more and more out of their fields and interests, so that they'll pave their path to a wonderful career in future.
Yeah, this is the main motto behind this webinar. See, if you look at the students who, uh, every student cannot become a good engineer, right? No doubt at all. I always say, don't follow the follower. Since your elder brother or your elder sister, your cousin or somebody relative got into IITs, it is not compulsory that you also should go to IITs. If you are interested, it's okay. If you're not interested, there's no meaning of just following them. So my ultimate, thing is, there are so many exams, there are so many careers available. For example, if you see ISCR, it's a government institution. If you go into research, you're going to have a better career, stable career when compared to these software jobs. So it all depends on your interest. Once you know different exam, identify your weakness, identify your strength. Suppose I've seen students, they say, sir, I want to become an architect. They don't know what is exactly the architecture is all about. So I suggest the student do some research. See, we discussed some exam. This is EdGroom website. Definitely, I just wanted to show you what information we have in this website for your preparation. For example, I just keep one exam at a time. For example, you take EAP set, for example. This EAP set exam, a lot of information will be available for the students who are preparing for the exam. You see, EAP set 20 to the counseling, seat alignment list of students. So you get lot of information about only the EAP set. Generally, what we do it in the Google. And if you do it in the same way in Google, you will not get this information the way I am showing in EdGroom. So this is the beauty of this site. I'll just put this same. I think Uma, you can see Google right now. Uma,
Yes, sir.
you can see the Google, right?
Yes, sir.
Now see, if I put EAP set in Google and EAP set in EdGroom, Uma, what is the difference you notice?
There are a lot of information in this website, sir, like relating to all the latest updates in that examination.
Oh, yeah. So here, parents and students, you just compare here. The information that I'm showing in EdGroom is very, very crispy, very, up to your searching time. Here you're getting a lot of other stuff which is not at all useful to you. So this is what we have done, completely personal website. And for example, I just wanted to prepare for, say, for example, NATA exam. So which many students may not be aware of it. So just keep the word NATA, see here. Everything about NATA is going to come here. How to prepare for NATA exam, what are the tips to prepare for NATA exam, what are the exam dates, books. So you get lot of information only about this NATA exam. And suppose I am preparing for, say, IASCR. So just come and hit the word IASCR, you see, IASR Thiruvananthapuram. Every information you see only about IASR exam. So there's one more exam, say keyword, let's see. So this is the main advantage of EdGroom. So look at, so lot of information, you can just come and browse through it. And definitely those people who are watching this webinar, please download the app and definitely you can see a lot of information available. And you can see we have even kept some search terms. The moment you just click this engineering, you are going to get lot of information only about engineering. Suppose I want to just see what are the branches of engineering. I'm just getting the lot of information about only the engineering branches. See, so even we have one more product called Ed Forum, where you can post any question you have. The parent or the student, please, recently this fellow Harsh Vardhan, I think he posted one question. Sir, also could you, which books are good for UCD exam? We answered it. So definitely this type of questions, we encourage the students or parents to post. For example, say last year we have answered more than 2000 questions like this. For example, you see ISR exam. How many Institute of Science, Education and Research IS institutions are there in India? You can see the list. So you see only these are all related to ISCR only. So like that, we can just come to the forum and you can still what called as get the information that you want. And we have one section called blog, where you can see a lot of blogs are written. I think Uma is proud of her this blog, right? So we have written a blog on this platform. Definitely,
Yes,
Uma, what do
I
you think on this?
I have published my first blog in this in this platform itself. So I'm very thankful to you for your support, and I'm so happy that I have achieved something and posted on a very good platform like this.
Definitely, definitely. See, this is the blog written by today's moderator, Uma. Uma Maheshwari is my student. I'm very proud of her. And you can see this is the one platform where she got this first prize in. What is that, miss? Can you explain further? Uma, can you share your achievement?
Yes, sir, sure, sir. Actually, this is a very popularly known hackathon conducted by Ministry of Education and Innovation Cell. This is a Innovex competition. Like this is a internal competition firstly, and then the national wide competition is done. It is all about designing. Since I belong to a manufacturing and mechanical field, we have designed a component given by the Autodesk people. So we have did the CNC machining and prepared the exact design with accurate dimensions without any negligible things. So designing is all done in software Autodesk Fusion 360, and then it will generate a NC code for the CNC machining. We have to take measures that the designated tool will not collide with each other. So if the tool collides, the tool fails. If the tool did not collide with each other, then it is a perfect design. There are nearly 70 plus teams registered for this problem statement, and we came first in this competition.
How much money you won?
1 lakh, sir.
Wow, amazing. So definitely, this is a platform we want to celebrate your success. Please, students, if you have any success stories like this, you can share with us. We publish how we publish Uma blog. And definitely, Uma, these type of things will inspire the young people to dream big. Yeah, this is all from my side, today's webinar. Thanks, Uma, for moderating this so effectively. And I thank all the people who have joined this webinar and those who are watching live in YouTube. Thank you so much. And please be a part of this wonderful platform called EdDoom. And I think that I can see some students. Deepika Reddy, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you share your feedback on this webinar?
Yes, I'm very thankful to you today. Actually, I'm now like I have clarity on what are the exams I should take after my second year, and I'm very much thankful to you, and I'm very happy that I attended today's webinar, sir.
Thank you. How is EdGroom webinar website, Deepika? Do you like it?
Yes, sir. It's very much like informative and it's very useful, sir.
Will you recommend to your friends?
Yes, I already recommended everyone.
Thank you so much. I mean, Mohit, can you unmute yourself? Can you share your experience?
Yes, sir.
You are from which
Actually, I
college?
gained so
Are
much
you from
knowledge.
SN?
Yes, sir. JF Force.
Ah, very good. Yeah. Mohit, what is your experience on this webinar?
It gave me so much knowledge, sir, so that I got a clarity what to do after inter.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you for this knowledge.
Right. Definitely. I should appreciate you. You waited till the end of the webinar. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Uma, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
sir.
hosting the webinar so well. Thank you so much. And these are from my side. Let's see you in the next webinar in the coming day. Thank you so much.